Right. Good morning, everyone. It's announcement day. I know a lot of you have been looking forward to what this announcement could possibly be about. What is Aaron talking about? Why is he making such a big fuss about Friday? What is going to happen on Friday, right? Well, today is Friday, and I am excited to share this news with you. But before I get into that, for those who are watching who have no clue who I am, my name is Aaron Ballantyne. I am a writer and three-time author. I'm also a retail investor and business owner. But the focus of today's video is going to be the retail investing side, right? Now, the basis of this is I find that a lot of people, ever since I started investing, I started learning about investing. I find that I've been getting some successes, right? And people have been taking notice. And those in my inner circle have been asking me for essentially investment advice, but not really investment advice, just what I do to get the results I get, right? And the more people that ask me this question is the more I think to myself, all right, I give this advice or I give this information, I share these resources. It helps those in my inner circle, it helps those around me. But what about those who are out in the world, who they go to these forums, they attend these workshops, and they don't get the questions answered? There's still, even though there's a lot more investment information out there, and I have a lot more people investing, there's still a lot who don't know the first clue. They don't know which institution to go to. They don't know what to put their money in. They don't know how to budget. They don't know any of that, right? And I said, all right, let me throw my hat in the ring. Let me give my 2 cents on this whole investing boom. Because what I noticed as well is that there's a lot of generic information out there. I thought to myself today, if it is that you invest like everyone else, you're going to make the same amount of money as everyone else. And the majority of people aren't wealthy. That's a sad truth, but it is the truth. So I'm saying, you know what? Let me share the resources that I use. Let me share the information that I use for me to get a little above average or above average results that I've been getting. Right? I built my portfolio, my investment portfolio, within the last 2 years. So what I'm about to share with you is months of putting the information together, but it's years of experience put into what I'm about to share with you guys. All right. So without further ado, this is the announcement. This is what I'm waiting to reveal to you. I'm not going to take long like a lot of other people. And no fluff, no nothing. I'm just going to get right into it. By the way, what you're seeing on my screen right now is my vision board. If you want to know the elements of it, why I created it, and what it's all about, and what message it's conveying to me, I did a YouTube video about it. So you can just check my channel and search for the video. All right. Without further ado, let's get right into why we're here today. Excited. All right. The Pursuit of Wealth. Right. So this is my fourth book. So I've written three, like I mentioned, and I refer to them as the Pursuit series. This is considered book number 4 in that series. It took me months to write it, but it's years worth of experience, all of my investing knowledge, all that I've learned over the years, budgeting, money management, everything that has enabled me to grow my investment portfolio to the size that it is now is in this book. I share everything, gems, what I do on a monthly basis. How, as a matter of fact, let me actually show you what is included in it, right? And it's very, very interactive. What I mean by that is that it's an interactive blueprint that helps you hit and surpass 7 figures in your investment portfolio, right? And when I say interactive, I mean, for example, on the screen you might see words and terms in blue and underline. There are instances like that throughout the book where if you click it, it takes you exactly to what it's referring to, right? Anywhere you click it, it jumps to that section in the book, or it jumps to an external link. There are also images that you can click on as well, and they're indicated throughout the book. It's very well detailed as to how you can navigate it, and it's predominantly digital. I made it so that anywhere in the world you can access it with ease, right? And they can just send it to you easily, right, without any hassle, right? So it's digital and it's interactive, but there's also print copy, but I'll get into that later, right? So this is exactly what's included in it. So the first thing that you're seeing, and I'm going to click to it just so you can see it jumping to that section, is 7 tips to 7 figures. So they're essentially the 7 principles, the 7 major principles that I use to bring my portfolio to the size that it is today, right? Let me go back to the contents. So then those are like the commandments for me that help me build my portfolio, and they can help you as well, right? Next is main market stock buying criteria, right? So it's all of the criteria that I look for when I'm looking to invest in a stock that is on the JSE's main market. Same thing goes for the junior market. All the criteria, and the criteria differs for each of them, for a few reasons that I actually mentioned throughout the book, so you can look out for that. So main market criteria, junior market criteria. There's also the resources I use. Now the resources are, because it's building wealth in Jamaica, it's not solely confined to Jamaica. Meaning the resources that I use, they're not just Jamaican or just found in Jamaica. I use a lot of overseas and international resources as well to influence how I make my investment decisions, right? And I include that in the resources as well. I also include, as a matter of fact, let me jump to acknowledgements and show you. I also include though some major individuals in Jamaica and outside of Jamaica who you can look up and start following if you don't follow them already, to get the kind of information to map how they invest and how they manage their money and how they build their wealth onto your own strategy and portfolio, right? So there's that as well. There's also my monthly routine. So every single month I invest in something. It doesn't matter if it's local stocks, international stocks, bonds, real estate, whatever the case is. Every single month I invest in something. And this monthly routine encapsulates or encompasses everything that I do on a monthly basis to keep me on track, to keep me motivated, to keep me consistent with the investing. That's the key thing, to keep me consistent, right? Next is IPOs. Yesterday being the 1st of September, the JSE listed its 100th company, and that was one-on-one, right? Now, in recent times, and I'm saying within the past 5 years, IPOs have blown up in terms of popularity to the point where people are using them as an instrument to flip, like double their money or triple their money or even quadruple their money. I did on Edufocal, and I actually include that in the book as well to show you how I did it for quadrupled my money with Edufocal, right? When it first listed, right? It's in this book as well. But I'm saying to myself, so many people out there are profiting and benefiting from these IPOs, right? Why is it that you can't as well? You understand? And the thing about it is as well that there are people who will blindly invest in the IPOs for argument's sake without knowing like the ins and outs of what you should be looking for, how you should be investing in these IPOs, because some of them can be a bit tricky because the sizes of the IPOs can differ, the allotment can differ, and all of those little things, all of those little details that you would need to know to invest in the IPOs, they're included in this as well. And that's why it's a separate section by itself, because it's that important, right? And it's that popular today, right? There's also stock trading psychology, because as much as you can open a brokerage account and invest yourself, right? You have to understand now that you have become a part of the investment landscape. You have joined other retail investors, and it would help you to understand how they invest as well. So that chapter speaks of the mindset of the retail traders, how on a daily basis we invest, what decisions influence the value of a stock and the price movement, and all those stuff, right? And then my favorite chapter, I'm going to leave my description of it very short because as you can see, it's bonus. Basically, in this chapter, I give the game-changing advice as to what to take you from the regular earnings to the sky-high in earnings, right? I give you the tricks that I use that a lot of people don't know about. I give you 3 different ways that you can invest in international stocks from Jamaica, right? Some of them are free, some of them not. I give you methods of diversification to explode the investment returns, right? As I'm going to keep my mouth shut about the bonus part because that I genuinely want you to see that section because it has so much information in just that section alone that could have made its own book. That's how impactful it is. And then you have a question and answer section. What did you learn? Right here, where you basically recap everything you did over in the book so you can cement and concretize exactly what you read throughout it so it sticks with you and you can actually put it into practice. There's recommended reading, there's some international material, and there's some local material as well that will be helpful in your investment journey, helpful for you to read, and I include that as well, right? So that's basically the book, right? One thing I had forgotten to mention up top, so credits, right? So there's the publishing company that I use as Quill Copywriting, and a few others as well, but what I want you to take note of is these institutions at the bottom, right? Visionaries LLC is the company that created the JSA app. It's a tool that I use as well, where you can track stock movement, look at stocks and the prices on a day-to-day basis and all of that stuff, right? Investing.com as well is a popular resource. The Jamaica Stock Exchange and JMMB. So I had to reach out to each of these institutions to make this book very special. There's some materials that I had to ask permission to use, and they granted permission, and that's why they're in the credits, because they were so graceful in granting me the opportunity to use them. I'm very grateful. All right. So let me talk about the pricing, right? So I believe in community, right? And there have been people who have been supporting me ever since the launch of my book series, right? And because of that, I formulated the pricing as such. So for anybody or everybody who has bought one of my books or all three of them, it doesn't matter, you're getting this book at a 60% discount, which means instead of paying 25 US, which is what the book actually costs, 3,750 Jamaican dollars, anyone who's bought my book already, one of my books, is going to get this for 10 US or 1,500 Jamaican dollars. That because what I'm trying to do is create a community where we'll come together and share these things, and anybody who is on this path with me is going to benefit significantly more than, for example, a stranger. Not that strangers can't join, of course. I invite more people to join the community, but this is how I give back to those who've been supporting me all this time. So this book is for 60% off for those who bought a book from me already, right? That is my gift to my community, right? If you're not a part of the community, it's 25 US or 3,750 Jamaican dollars. All right. How you can get it for the $10? One, as I mentioned, you join my community and you send me a picture of you with the book, or you send me a review. That's how you get it for $10. Or you buy one of my books now, right? Because right now we're in the period of pre-orders, right? They'll officially be sent out, and launched on November 4th. It's my birthday. I noticed that I think it's since last year I've been dropping stuff more and more on my birthday, jokingly. I'm guessing you guys can look out for whenever November the 4th drops, just think of Aaron and something special happening. But that's essentially the official launch date on the 4th of November. So right now you can pre-order for your $10. And the last way as well to get it for $10 is if you invite a friend, right, who buys one of my other books, you and that friend can get this book for $10 or 1,500 Jamaican dollars, right? So that's essentially. So we're in the pre-order season right now. 2 months alone, pre-order, and then the official launch is on November the 4th. All right. Let me see if I'm forgetting anything. All right. So those are the prices. So how do you get it? If you're seeing this video on Instagram, all you have to do is click the link in my bio and select order investment book, right? Any platform you're on right now, I will either provide a link where this video is, or you just visit my Instagram and click the link in my bio where it says order investment book. All right. I'll make it as easy as possible where you're seeing it. So if you're watching this and it's not on Instagram, I will try and include a link where you're seeing this video. All right. Let me see if I'm forgetting anything. I'll try, as I said, I'll try to keep it as short as possible. But yeah, on the launch day, November the 4th, I have something special planned. So make sure you tune in on November the 4th. It's going to be an Instagram live, my first live on Instagram ever, right? I'm going to be hosting questions and answers. So you can even pick my brain as to what's in the book, what's in the book, how I made my investment decisions, all of that stuff. You can gauge the validity of the stuff that I put in it. Because like I said, I'm a retail investor. I'm not a financial advisor. So I'm just like you, or I'm like a lot of you out there who just investing or figuring this stuff out. It's just that I have attained some really good results, and I want to help other people do the same thing, basically, right? So November 4th is the official launch date, but right now you can pre-order before everybody else and make sure that you're at the head or the top of the list to get your copy of The Pursuit of Wealth. All right. So that was the announcement, guys. Thank you everybody who has been supporting me. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Share this with everybody who you know is either about to start an investment journey, they're interested in investing, or they've started and they don't know what next to do. They've started and they haven't been getting the results they've been looking for. Share this with them and encourage them to get their copy. I am so excited because the materials that are in it aren't just from me. They're from JMB, they're from the JC, they're from everywhere, man. Like, I'm so excited. So I'm looking forward to everybody who gets their copy, who shares, who joins me on launch day, right? So until then, it's been Aaron. Thank you.